Hey, good day. Jason here. I figured I'd talk about my addiction, or my past addiction to cannabis. So, I'll just start by saying shit really fucked my life up pretty bad. Took me a long time to realize that, to be honest. Now, when I first tried it, I was 17. I was going to college at the time, trying to do my GCSEs. Like I said, I got with the wrong group of people, but I just got in a group with just teenagers doing teenage thing. So you kind of finish college, go to a local park, drink some beer, cool. And this one time, we're sat there and we're drinking some White Lightning, and I'm getting really drunk because I'm a lightweight. And you know, really drunk. It's a group of like 30 of us, and this joint's going around. And I'm like, you know what, sure, why not? Why not? I'm one of you guys. I'm totally cool. So I hit that shit pretty hard. And, you know, that, it takes 5 minutes for cannabis to really activate your system. So, I mean, it's 3 seconds. And I kind of hit me of like, I have made a mistake here. This is, I'm getting high. Like the paranoia was starting to settle. In about 3 minutes, I was kind of like, everyone wants to kill me. This isn't a good vibe. I'll promptly get myself up. And I've really, in hindsight, probably should have sat that one out and just curled up in a corner. But I was like, I'm gonna go home right now, guys. This is, I'm not feeling too great. So I excused myself. And as all best map I got is this. I'm here. Here is home. And about half of this is a city and the other half's a train. It's quite a journey. And, you know, I like to say it's a Saturday night and, you know, just drunk people around. No. This is 2 p.m. on a Tuesday. So the only people around are, you know, productive adults trying to do their job. I'm navigating through the city and there's probably about 1,000 people I walk past in this time. And I'm convinced that every single person wants to kill me. I'm walking around, you know, swaggering around because I'm drunk and my eyes are bright red and absolute fear in my eyes must have been pretty visible from a mile away. So I managed to get through the city, got to the train station, got crawled into a corner, threw up myself, passed out, woke up, skateboard was stolen, symbolic moment. Got the train home. Hey, like 1 second, I'll throw the stick in just a second, all right? So I didn't throw the stick. I got home, walked through the door. Mom's like, are you okay? I'm like, oh yeah, totally, everything's fine. Crawled to my bed, pass out. Never wanted to repeat that experience again. And I didn't for 10, 11 years. Now, when I was in the military, I was quite a heavy drinker. So the natural pathway for, when I say a heavy drinker, it was kind of just a violent man. And when you're in the military and you're around other people with similar traumas and their coping strategy is also alcohol, you're all kind of violent men together and you kind of support each other. And if things go south, you kind of laugh it off the next day because that's just what happens. So when I got to Civvy Street, it became pretty obvious that I'm going to end up in jail if I don't change my ways. So I ended up picking up weed. You know, just a house party, joint going around. I'm like, sure, why not? Had a little bit of it. History repeats itself. I had it, and I regretted everything on that one. I kind of got to the sofa, and we weren't all high. It was just like me and this other dude, just in the smoking area, man. I was like, yeah, why not? So I get to the sofa, and I melt. I just disappear on that sofa, and I can't talk, and everyone's like, are you okay? And I just wanted to disappear, just vanish from the face of the earth. And that was kind of the second time. And you'd think, all right, 2 strikes. Don't do it anymore, Jason. It's gonna fuck your shit up. Yeah, I definitely went back for more. Ended up moving up north. The girl I was with, and we were kind of isolated from everything. And that was it. Years just vanished. It was I wasn't doing anything in my life. I had all these dreams, and I was so excited about life, but I'd never actualize them. They were just ideas that didn't go anywhere. And that just kept going and going. And, you know, the next relationship came along and I ended up bringing the drugs to her, and I introduced them to her, the drugs to her. She had a kid, but it was just normal for me. I didn't see the problem with it until we're having a family meal, and that kid started talking about drugs, and he was 5 years old. And I never did it in front of him, but I was quite liberal. I was quite free with how I spoke. And I kind of ended that relationship at that point. I realized I was the bad apple. I was the one bringing toxicity to the relationship. And after that, I didn't really do anything. I just kind of stayed single and just got more anxious and more depressed. And my life kind of just kept getting worse. And I wanted to point a finger at everyone else being the problem. But the reality is I just wasn't doing anything to make my life better. I was avoiding life. I was thinking I'd finish work and I'd smoke a joint and I'd play a video game and I would just disappear. I ended up getting someone else quite hooked, and I can never undo that. And that was, it was a cool thing at the time, and I got him into it, and I rolled the first one, and at the time it didn't really seem like a big deal, but as the years have gone by, that's on my shoulders. And I can never undo that, and it's someone very close to me. So, at a certain point, I realized that nothing's going to get better. So I take these occasional leaps. So when you're addicted to this degree, and you've been smoking it chronically for so long, you would you put your head over the little trench, and your life's in fucking turmoil. It's chaos. It's hellfire burning everywhere. It's like World War IV kicked off. It's so bad that World War III got skipped. So I'd pop my head up for 2 days, 3 days, and I'd have to sink back in and smoke. And over the years, I managed to get myself out of that pickle, and I'd get more and more distance. I'd manage to go months, a year, and it was slowly improving. And I'm currently at a pretty good stride right now. Hence why I'm doing stuff like this. Now it's I did a 12-hour shift today. I get back, pick my dogs up. That's it. Had a shower. I'm on a walk. I'm up in like 8 hours from now, maybe 8.5. I have no regrets with the time I'm spending right now because I'm passionate about what I'm doing. The dogs are loving this. I'm loving this. Old me would have just kind of got back from work. I probably wouldn't have the mindset to be like, oh, I should probably make sure my dogs are looked after while I'm at work. I wouldn't have had that type of scope to realize that. And then I'd get back and I would walk them, fast food, smoke a joint, chuck on a video game, do that. Like the biggest turning point I had, and I'm wrapping this up, but the biggest turning point I had is there's a song, and it's The Night We Met. It's called by Lord something, and it's from this. It's a depressing song, and I had this song on repeat for 3 days. And consider I drive trucks for a living. That's not like that. It's constantly. That was my soundtrack to my life, and I was stuck on this one part of the song where it was like, what am I meant to do now? And it just kept spiraling over and over and over. And I'm chronically high, and I was going through this: get high, play the video games, not neglect my dogs, but just not care for my dogs. Okay. And on the third day of this, and my brother just introduced me to his missus at like this same day I was kind of going through this final realization. I turned my chair around and I just saw my dogs, and they were just sat there on the bed just staring at me. And that was this realization of I'm wasting my life, I'm wasting their life. Like, what am I doing? And that was this great wake up. And if you do have addiction problems and they are impacting you in negative ways that you would prefer they didn't, like you're not living your best life, you're not doing what you feel like you should do, you know it's bad for you, brace yourself for a war. Brace yourself for a war, because it's going to be an uphill battle. But you can get out of it. You can. You just got to one foot in front of another. One foot in front of another. Try. You'll probably fail. You'll probably go back. You'll probably have a binge. You'll learn something. you'll give it another quit attempt. You might get a bit more distance this time, and you just keep expanding that distance, because there's a reason we're doing these substances, and it's to cope with trauma, it's to cope with stress, and we haven't figured out the necessary tools and how to handle that trauma and that stress. And that's not to justify the addictions, but it's definitely take a proactive response to addressing the underlying issues. We have this one life. If we're doing things that aren't serving us, we got to knock it off. We got to appreciate what we have while we have and the health we have. Because one day, like smoking, for example, that's my next demon, I'll be on an oxygen tank. I won't be able to do the walks anymore. Last one. I won't be able to do the walks anymore. I won't be able to live the life I'm doing. And that's kind of bullshit. Why would I want to carry on doing something destructive like that? So that's my tale of addiction. And if you're going through your own wars, you're really not alone. There's so many people going through this stuff, and a lot of people maybe don't want to acknowledge they're going through these things, but we're all kind of going through our own war sometimes, and there's always someone close by that's there to support you. So never be afraid to reach out. All right, see you later. Bye.